Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Friday, February 21st, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, Gary Parrish is going to join us in studio for the Gary Parrish Show. We have a ton of stuff to get to, and it's not going to be pretty, folks. We waited to come back from the All-Star break for that. Womp, womp. Grizzlies lost in Indiana. We'll go through what took place in Indiana. First quarter was good. The rest stunk. They play Orlando tonight, then have another big game before we will speak again against the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's a massive NBA slate that was going on last night. We will get to that, as well as the Four Nations, as we all became hockey fans last night. We'll get you ready for the weekend ahead. It is a Friday. It is freezing outside, but smile, let's do it. Turn it up! Everybody's having a good day. All right, bunch of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which is a disappointing game that we had to watch last night. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Sack, Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, John Asparagus, Johnny Nick Hart, John Lance, he's John Quadrant, he's John Hustle, he's Yogi Roser. Hello, John.
Basketball.
Did you see a win last night?
Oh, hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Oh, so the Memphis Hustle, they were downed by the Rio Grande City Vipers?
Rio Grande Valley Vipers.
Whatever. Who cares? Who cares?
The Rio Grande Valley Vipers. The Hustle pulled this off last night. The Rio Grande Valley Vipers turned it over 30 times last night.
What?
30 times.
And won?
By 24.
What? That's got to be a record.
Has to be a record.
It's got to be. You saw history last night.
I saw history last night.
Wow. So you might have watched something worse than the Pacers game.
I think I did.
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone angler. Senior Quasadillo, Mr. Man, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He's Sir His. He's Walker 93.
Yo. What up, good people? We all got bad news today, but I want to give a shout out to some good news that's happened in the city. My uncle, we talked about it before, my uncle coaches the Fairleigh Bulldogs.
Yep.
Shout out to the Fairleigh Bulldogs. They won 4 games last year. 2 were forfeits. This year, 21-5, district champs, city champs, and they're heading to the district tournament next week. So shout out to my uncle. Y'all been doing good work, man. 21-5 from a 4-20 whatever season last year.
Amazing.
That's how you build a
Fairleigh
program.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, we all Fairleigh Bulldogs.
What's the record against the top 6 in the East and West, though?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
We don't know. Gary Parrish is here. He, of course, at the Gary Parrish Show every morning at 10 o'clock on Grind City Media and everywhere you get your podcast and YouTube and everywhere else. All right, speak amongst yourselves. The people said they're going to be very disappointed if this doesn't get out in the first 5 minutes of the show. I'm 4 minutes into the show, and it's going to make its appearance. So
yeah, go get it.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, you got 20 seconds.
Oh, we thought we would make it longer.
Yeah.
Right out of the damn All-Star break.
GP, it felt good for
the All-Star All-Star break.
It was a
So
tough
good.
second quarter. It
So-
was a tough second quarter.
Y'all tell me.
50.
Y'all got to tell me because I've got it on my phone here. Just the score, the game cast. As I'm calling the hustle again, I'm looking over, and at one point it's in the second quarter, and the score is 46-46.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I look down again, and the Pacers somehow have 78 points at halftime.
Then all hell broke loose.
What happened?
All hell broke loose.
I mean-
Now, I would contend, as a keen observer of the NBA, and I've said this many times regarding high-scoring quarters, you play how many minutes?
Play 48 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, so a quarter is
12. 12.
Yeah.
We're really trying to figure this
I
out.
was like, is it 15?
You play 12 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You should not have time to score 50.
That's right.
Fair.
That's over 4 points a minute. How? It's a 24-second shot clock.
Bro.
Do you know how horrible you have to be to give up 50 in a quarter? Like, there shouldn't even be. If you were just playing against the clock,
Yes.
you shouldn't have time to do that. You could have just
Yeah.
taken your possession and just sat on the ball and not given up 50.
I mean, I'd rather them do that than what they did last night.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Look, it's a strategy that Taylor Jenkins has not yet
they
implemented.
should try that.
But they for sure would not have given up as many points.
And they had 4 turnovers in the quarter.
Roser, they
that's
just were not playing defense.
It's not like they had like 10
bro,
turnovers
they
or
weren't
something.
playing.
They weren't playing, bro. I'm telling, like, it was just
They
like
just were not-
Hey,
It was bizarre.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. It was like holding hands and you just go score. Y'all got
That's
it.
tough.
Just go score, Pacers.
That's how we came out of the. And by the way, the first quarter was great.
Yeah.
It was. They were cracking. I was like, all right, here we go.
It was 12-2. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
They took a timeout. I'm like, here we go.
But even at the end of the quarter, we're up 5.
Yeah.
And then
It was.
the last 36 minutes of that game were absolutely miserable to watch, honestly.
I even talked myself into the Sean Tui theory at the third quarter. I was like, you know what? If you just cut it to 10,
But they did all the cutting.
they did cut it.
They did.
They did all the cutting. It got to a game.
Yeah, they cut it. And
They
then
got
just-
it to a game, and that was because Ja Morant tried for 10 minutes,
He did.
which was super cool.
He did try for 10 minutes.
Thanks for trying for 10 minutes.
See, hey.
Like, unfortunately, he played 30. The other 20, I'm like, bro, I get it if you don't want to be in Indiana, but like, we do pay you to play basketball. Like, what is happening? What is going on?
Zach Kleiman's texting
Yeah.
Drew Hill. He's like texting Drew Hill, like, statement rescinded. Statement rescinded.
I know. Look, the guy's obviously been through a lot this year, but at some point, somebody's got to ask him, yo, man, what is going on? For real.
Just in a slump.
What is no? Something is going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. But I mean, we've watched his entire career. He has never been like this. Ever.
Oh, I think I can make sense of it.
He just runs to the corner and lets Bane take the ball from out of bounds and dribble it off his foot.
there's
And I'm
also
like, what? Why is our superstar standing in the corner?
There's multiple times where Vince Williams is bringing the ball up the
I'm
court.
like, what is going on?
And John's just running over here to the corner.
Yeah,
And just
that's my least favorite thing is Josh sitting in the corner.
Or then he just like switches onto Pascal Siakam and ends up like under the stanchion, and then the guy lays it in, and you got Ja like moping back, and I'm like,
All right, well,
what are we doing?
Well, add all this stuff up and see if it gets you where you're at. First off, the offense has been changed.
Right?
That probably lessens him.
Okay, but
okay.
So this is what I've got to wonder, right? Because we need to have a discussion about this. Is that what is supposed to be happening? Is he just saying, "Hey, you bring it up"? Like, to me, that cannot be what the game plan is. I feel like he is saying, "Hey, you just bring it up this time," and then he just runs to the corner, right? I don't think that is. I don't think that's the strategy.
Well, if that's what he's doing, that's just throwing a fit on the court. So I hope he's not just throwing fits on the court.
He's not playing, bro.
I think it's just like
you saw him last night, his level of intensity, and he's just like so down.
Okay, so think about it like this. First off, the offense has been changed, and maybe you've convinced yourself it doesn't maximize you. Secondly, your PER is in the 50s. You're not having a great season. Shooting percentage is as low as it's ever been in your entire career. Meantime, your teammate, who used to be your sidekick, your Robin, is now being called Batman by everybody. You got to listen to that. I mean, everybody has an ego. Everybody has an ego.
I got it.
And then, so you're trying to say the right things, like that's the franchise, but like, how does that really feel inside? Then you've got trade rumors connected to you. Like,
your house got robbed.
Your house got robbed.
Look, my opinion had been this year. This has been really, really tough mentally. He had set himself up when you listen to him in the offseason, and then when he came into the season, at the beginning of the season, it was like, hey, this is the revenge tour, right? Like, everybody has forgotten about me. I am ranked lower on all of these lists. This is going to be, he's retweeting people and posting things about how, like, watch out for Ja Morant. Ja Morant's going to take the league by storm. Ja Morant's going to remind everybody that he's the next big thing or whatever else. And then that all gets ripped away. Not once, but twice. First, it gets ripped away because he gets clipped out of the air in that Lakers game. Then it gets ripped away again after he runs into Daniel Tyson. He hurts his shoulder, okay? So he's out for a long amount of time. So no All-NBA, no All-Star, like none of those things that you had, set yourself up for, like, okay, this is going to be the reminder year, right? And I get it. I get being down about that, right? I understand it. That you have your hopes set high that you are going to accomplish these things, and then it gets ripped away from you. That's tough, right? That's tough. But I keep convincing myself of things that aren't happening, which is, I saw him tweeting during All-Star Weekend, right? About the dunk contest. And like, he was obviously like watching this and involved and whatever. And I'm like, a competitor like him, that drives him crazy that he's not there. He's not being featured, right? They're doing his shoe release and they're doing all this stuff. And it's a big deal while everybody's in San Francisco and he's watching it on TV with the rest of us. And it's like, we got 28 games left. Let's go remind everybody who I am. And for that to happen last night, I was like, bro, what? Am I just convincing myself of a fairy tale? Because
I think it's very easy for...
That's just not him. He's not himself, and I don't know what's going on.
Well, it's just easy for us to project, right? We've never been Ja Morant, so we don't know exactly what it's like to be that way, but we like to think what we would. And I know what I think, which is coming off of an All-Star break where I wasn't involved, where there's trade speculation connected to me, where my GM got my back pretty strong. All right, I'm coming out and I'm playing.
Right.
That's the way I think I would be. So when you don't see somebody else be that way, it's natural to wonder why. I get it.
Because he's the ultimate competitor, too. He has been. We've watched him have 40, 50, all manner, be the best player on the floor. I saw it this year at Boston. He's playing in Boston against the Jays and Derek White and everybody else. The best player on the floor that night was Ja Morant. Damn near had a triple-double at halftime. So what offense are they running that enabled that to take place? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's hard for me to say. But he was so engaged. He was the guy that night. And you can't go back and watch that Boston game or the highlights of that Boston game and then watch last night and tell me that's the same player. It's just not. So what happened? Is his shoulder still hurt? Is he just down and out? Is he? I don't understand. I don't understand. What?
I just think it's coming, bro. I'm not gonna be the one to be like, oh, what's this and what that. I just know it's coming. Like I said, we play another game tonight.
I keep waiting for it to come. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, well.
I've been waiting all year for it to come.
Hey. Even last night, if you saw you see the post game of him?
Yes.
He looked like I said, you as a human, you see him and it's not the same
It's not.
I know, but guess what?
It's in there though. That's the thing.
You ready?
In there.
We're having this conversation on February 21st.
Yeah.
This is not the first time we've had this conversation.
Hey.
All season.
We've been having this conversation a lot of times.
And here's the thing.
It's coming, bro.
One of the things that worried me about last night was he was obviously just going through the motions. Okay? He was. That it is what it is. everybody's so scared to say. And I worried that, like, there was nobody to hold him accountable. Like, at some point, they got to hold him accountable for this. They do. Is Taylor going to hold him accountable? I thought AC was going to be the guy. But, like, or that's why I worried about the vet thing, right? A vet is one that can get in your ear and, like, look, locker rooms police themselves. But, like, it was like they took that time out, and it was like he came out, and it was like, all right, let's go. Go time. And they did. They had an unbelievable run. And he was like right at the center of it. And he got this little bounce in his step. And you could see the collective energy. The whole team raise up. And then as soon as another run happened, it was like back to, I don't know, man. And again, you're always 24 hours away. They have a great game against Orlando tonight. He gets cracking tonight against Orlando. But, like, I've seen it's like anytime we play anybody worth a crap. Seriously. Like, I'm not talking about San Antonio and Utah and New Orleans and Phoenix. I'm talking about, like, when we played somebody, that team was good. That team has been very good. What are they, 15-5 since the calendar turned? Yeah. Like, that Pacers team has been good. Yeah. Right? And we saw it against New York, and we saw it here against Oklahoma City, and it's like, why? How come when we play these games against these good teams, there's a point in the game where I'm just watching him stand in the corner. This is the best player on the team, bro. And it's like, I still look at him as like a superstar in this league.
Well, I think that masks it a little bit because he still has superstar highlights and he has still superstar games and superstar moments, and you're like, oh, there it is. But it hasn't been there consistently.
Yeah, I don't get it. You guys know, how many times have I texted you during this year? Like, what is going on?
Oh, dude, it's not even just you. I get them from my friends all the time, multiple games this year, and I'm
like, what's going on?
What's going on with him? Yeah.
This guy is a killer. This guy is like, I'm the best player on the floor. Come behind me. Call 12. Y'all got me. Y'all got where that?
On the two ends of that, there's two ends of that though, right? There's the high of that, right? Because you're emotional as a person, you get high. There's also the bottom of it.
Yeah.
There's the other side of it, right?
And when
you hit that part of it, not the high of it.
Yep.
I mean, bro, like, I know because the dude is the Ja Morant we saw is still inside of it. It's still there.
Of course he is.
Of course,
so but like I said, it's gonna take it's something that got to bring it out of him. But like I said,
and Zach Kleiman doesn't make that statement if he doesn't know it either.
Yeah, bro.
And say what he said.
Here's the
evidently he deactivated his Twitter again last night
and Instagram.
Yeah.
He deactivated his Instagram.
Like, that's just a lot of.
It's just a lot.
And
where am I getting my ride away?
And the last thing he posted.
Uh-oh.
He posted it was about the anniversary of his aunt and his cousin dying. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
there's also a way. Like, I don't mean to get into like too much of trying to analyze stuff I am probably too old to analyze, but like, there's also a way if you really don't want to be involved with Twitter and Instagram, you can just like take it off your phone, do your best. When you deactivate it, you are sending a signal to the world as well.
Correct.
Like
I am not a part of this anymore.
There's a way to do stuff quietly or to do things where you know people will notice.
Right.
That's doing something you know people will notice.
Well, he'll be back.
He
likes the internet. He'll be back.
Well, of course he will.
No, he's just logged in under his burners. He just can't see the Ja Morant.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I don't blame you. I damn near deactivated mine last night over one Canada joke.
Wait, the whole country came for you?
Bro, I deleted it.
Oh, God.
They were so I'm like, I thought you guys were supposed to be nice.
They came for your name?
Oh, I'm MAGA, mask off. I was like, bro, shit. I was just making a sore loser joke.
Well, I
thought all you people were on Blue Sky now. Well,
I'm on the other end of it. I'm just like, I've got all these things popping into my head. And I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good. And I'm like, but I don't even know what you can do anymore, like without having people just overwhelm you. So I finally popped one off that I'm worried people are going to be like, oh, there he goes, driving his Tesla. Now he's going MAGA. And instead it was like, keep your liberal views to yourself. I'm like, what am I even doing? I'm just having fun watching a hockey game.
I literally put, it was the last part. It was the last part of the sentence. I said, and welcome to being the 51st state.
And they were not having
it. It was just a goof.
Yeah.
And
it was just
mine
a
was
goof.
mine was something along the lines of
funny.
That's funny.
Like we lost, now we're making okay.
And
now we're mad. You're the 51st state.
And mine was something along the lines of, I know it sounds crazy, but don't be surprised if by noon tomorrow, President Trump's putting a 200% tariff on them if they don't make Connor McDavid American. And next thing you know, I'm just like,
oh yeah.
Oh, you liberal. I'm like, what? I'm just goofing.
Like
the other one I had queued up.
I wanted, and that's the point. That's why I deleted it, because I didn't want to get involved where I was like, hey, man, I'm just goofing.
I'm just goofing
care.
around. I don't care either. So I had one. It was like when the United States scored to tie it up, and I was just going to tweet so after we beat the state of Canada, who's next? Pennsylvania, or do we get Virginia? What's next? And I was like, I don't even know how people will react to that.
No.
The same reason why you deleted your tweet.
So what happens to Ja Morant? And this is why, look, I did not realize this. So I started thinking earlier this year, remember when it got real hot and heavy on Taylor Jenkins and all this stuff and whatever, and I was like, what is going on, right? And I started thinking to you guys, I said aloud, I said, part of why we're seeing so much coach criticism and people will go really ham about players now in a way that they didn't before, it's absolutely a direct line to gambling. And these parlays that people have and, overs and unders and all this stuff. And the reason I say that is because obviously when I'm doing the NBA show, there's a lot of times where I'll go and I'll start to research different players. Say okay, so the Grizzlies play Franz Wagner tonight, right? And so then I'll look up stuff. I'll just type in Franz Wagner and I'll look at different things that have happened recently, highlights and whatever else. By the way, he is averaging the highest points per game for the Orlando Magic since McGrady. I couldn't believe that.
Wow. T-Mac was hooping.
I couldn't believe that. 25 a game he's averaging this year. I was like, wow.
Well, I'm trying to think of other Magic.
Anyways, so these are the kind of things.
Somebody
But I
don't
will
shoot
say,
threes.
Franz Wagner or Jimmy Butler or you name the player. Name the player. If you type in a player, that's when it will become clear viewed to you. Bro, it's on down. You can scroll for years and it will be somebody referencing
parlays
or fantasy lineup or
or they're just shitting on you.
No. But it's a lot of daily fantasies, and it's a lot of over-unders, and it's a lot of special vitriol that did not. It seems to be somebody lost money on something, and these players obviously get it all the time, right? They get it all the time, and I can only imagine when Ja Morant, has a game like last night. It's it has got to be an absolute catastrophe.
I don't like looking at my mentions when I rank basketball teams. And it's really, only at worst ever 11 fans from one school telling you don't know ball and you look like a penis and whatever. I can't imagine what it's like.
The whole world telling you suck and you're trash.
That's right.
Even when you're already
it's not healthy. That would be hard for me. I'd say I don't know what it would be like to be Ja, 25 years old, and every time you look at your phone. Because keep in mind the contrast. I used to talk about what this was.
He internalizes it in ways that are very.
The same reason why you love the person that screams at the crowd and screams and is the same person that goes through stuff as a human being.
Because this is the way it happens, at least the way I think it happens. You're used to looking at your phone and everybody just loves you. You go through that phase. Zion was just dunking. Every time he looked at his phone, people were like, Zion's amazing. Every time you open your phone, if you're Zion, it's like, you're amazing. And then suddenly it's like, you're fat. Every time you look at your phone, people just calling you fat. That mess with you. And Ja went from every time he looks at his phone, he's amazing. He's the face of the league.
That's right.
To a bunch of gun memes and all this stuff. And now I think we're probably mostly done with that.
We're past that.
But it's other stuff now. It's not healthy to every time you look at your phone to have the whole world telling you suck, or you're not what you used to be, or you're not as good as your teammate, or you're not what you were supposed to be, or you just cost me money. That'll wear on you. I think all of this does it very difficult to navigate. It doesn't excuse it because at some point, like you said, you can pay a lot of money to do a job. Go do your job. But But don't ever trick yourself into thinking this is a easy life.
And
he has a fortunate life.
Oh, for sure.
It ain't easy.
We all know what he is capable of. Yeah. We just want him to snap out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like just snap. I don't know what it's going to take for him to snap out of it. I keep waiting and I keep watching, and I thought, man, he's going to come back after All-Star. We're playing a team that's
what I thought.
Playing like an All-Star game, and he's gonna show the world. Like we're going to get that 30-40.
Keep faithing him, bro. Keep faithing him.
Well, here's my concern, and like I'm more with you than I am with opposite you. Like I still believe in it.
Of course.
Okay, of course you do.
We have too big of a track record of him being amazing.
You forgot how to
let me
play
ask you this from a
basketball.
very honest place.
Yeah.
When is the last time you can remember a 2-month period where somebody didn't say, "What's wrong with Ja"? It's been years.
Yeah.
It's been years.
It's been years for sure. Like I said, the circumstances change, though. Circumstances change that could, affect things.
I agree. I'm just saying, whatever the issues are, we have for years now, not weeks, not months, years, been saying, "What's wrong?"
Yeah.
It's
tough.
Take that for whatever you want, but that's the truth.
Yeah. I'm banking on at some point shaking back.
And all it takes is one night, dude. It takes one night.
Tonight he drops 30, and everybody's like, "Oh!"
Here's the problem. I thought look, and again, I'm fine. I swear to God, I would rather tonight if he went 9 for 27, I would be friggin' thrilled.
Right. Go take 28.
Yes. If he went 9 for 27, I would be thrilled. What I can't take is. Well, he took 15 last night, but I mean,
all in the third quarter. I feel like 'cause he got to it in the third quarter.
And he was just standing in the corner,
he took,
for large portions of the game. You see him just standing, and the other thing is just looking so mopey. And it's like, dude, they feed off of you. They feed off of you. As good as Jaron is, as good as Bane is. They don't feed off of them. They feed off of you.
They follow you, bro. You're the point guard.
He took 6 shots. 6 of them came in the third quarter. He took 6 in the entire first half.
Third quarter, he was getting to it. It looked like the person that we know.
The other thing is, I'm sorry, but while I'm bitching, can we please get Scottie Pippen back in the mix?
My guy was waving.
Why do we watch all these guys that can't dribble have to dribble all the time?
My guy was waving the towel last night.
It's so weird. Just play him as a backup point guard. Play him for 10, 12 minutes. He can at least get you into the offense. It is so weird for me to watch these guys that can't dribble bring the ball up the court. We don't have any other real ball handlers.
Equal opportunity, Verno.
I don't know.
They call it
the All Lives Matter
offense.
Man.
All Lives Matter offense, man. Everybody matters, man.
All Lives Matter.
Everybody matters. You get the rebound, GP, you can bring it up too.
Well,
it really is Luke Kennard,
I saw that. The one I noticed last night was it wasn't just that Vince got the ball and went. It's that Ja didn't even look at him. It wasn't even he didn't even want the ball. It was none of that. None of that.
Yeah.
None of that. It was just like Vince has got the ball and Ja was just running straight to the corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
a couple times Jalen did it too. I love Jalen, but sometimes he'll get
And that's the problem. It happened in New York and it happened against Oklahoma City. There were moments in all 3 of those games, the 3 best competition games that we have played, there's moments in all 3 of those where I go, why is he standing in the corner? Why is he in the dunker spot? What are we doing? It's friggin' Ja Morant.
Yeah.
There's a million jerseys in here. The guy's got his own signature shoe. He's not friggin' Cam Johnson.
If you want to read him between the lines, even last night in that post-game interview, he said, "I got to find a way to play my game."
Yeah. You think it's just this All Lives Matter offense?
I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
all
dude,
lives matter.
but you also can't just be a player.
I gotta find a way to pick my spots to beat Ja.
But we went
kick
4 games where they were setting high screens for him with Zach Edey.
But that's another thing, dude. You can't just be a player that the only way you can play is if you have a high screen.
No,
Right.
I'm just saying,
you gotta
also
be
can't
able to
in a merry-go-round.
Right.
And
that's the other thing. Taylor Jenkins says that it's like, I've got to find a way to kickstart him. That was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's the same conversations over and over again.
Ja has 2 30-point games this year.
Yeah, bro. Shake back, man.
There's only one season where he's had fewer than 2 30-point games.
Got faith in our guy.
His rookie year. Even last year when he played 9 games, he had 3 of them.
Oh, that New Orleans game was one of the greatest games I've ever seen.
one?
his get-back game
I
in
was
New
there.
Orleans.
Oh, it was one of the greatest nights ever.
Right after the suspension.
Yeah,
He
one
had
of the great nights
34.
And then
ever
he
had.
won the game at the buzzer.
Yes, I was
Call
there.
12, all that stuff, swagger, grabbing his wiener.
And then he ran-
I love it all.
He ran out the court, was like, I keep those receipts.
Yeah.
I keep those receipts. Great moment in history.
He had 34
Great moment in
in
history.
that game.
Oh,
then
dude, he was awesome.
And then he had 30 at Atlanta, and he had 31 at New Orleans again.
Hey, man.
Can we play the Pelicans more?
Look, man. Tonight, I want to see him shake right, bro. I want to see him get right.
Some guy just tweeted me. Where's last night's tweet? It's gone, bro. It's gone.
He's looking for it.
Yeah, he's looking for it. He's mad. He's mad.
Y'all dissing
mad.
Canadians all, man.
Because here's the thing. People don't understand, like you were saying, I don't care enough. I don't want to be subjected to mean and annoying
That's right.
things all day
I do
for
that.
something that I don't even care about. Look, you should take your crazy left-wing views and move to
Yeah,
Canada.
like I get
That's
this
you.
guy. Like this
I
guy.
can't believe Roll Tide GTG said that.
I can't believe you have a dog at
Okay,
me,
so
too,
this
bro.
guy.
He doesn't have a dog
Now
at me.
this guy thinks I'm crazy.
I agree with him,
Now,
though.
what is
You should take your crazy left-wing views to Canada.
So what is crazier?
I know.
My left wing views, whatever
know.
they are,
Yeah.
which probably aren't as left as this guy thinks,
Right.
or being so mad
Yeah.
that you want to tweet me that while I'm sitting at home with my family watching a hockey game.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with my kids watching hockey.
It was at
And this-
7:19
and this-
a.m.
and this-
a.m.
He woke up
He
this
woke
morning.
up this
His
morning.
breath smelled like ass, and he
Yes.
tweeted that at you.
And he wants you to go.
He didn't even brush his
So
teeth.
what's
He tweeted that
crazier?
at you.
Take him.
Because I think about this sometimes. Like
No,
I
go.
care deeply about the Mets and I care deeply about the Grizzlies, and it has never once occurred to me to look at power rankings
Yep. And get mad about it.
and yell
Yeah.
at like whoever did them and call them the dumbest. I get called the biggest idiot on the planet every single day based on where I rank basketball teams.
That's right.
And this guy thinks I'm crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's crazy to be mad about where somebody ranks a basketball team.
This guy's mad. I deleted it. Oh, what did you want?
What do you want me to do?
I can't win.
Oh, so I do.
I can't
What
win.
you do, I do that all the time. I'll tweet it and I'll be like, "Well, this is harmless. Everybody will laugh."
Yeah.
And then it's like, most people do, but then 4 people are very offended,
at me.
mad, and they won't. And
I'm
I'm
like,
just,
hold on, now,
and I'm
I
just
don't
like,
care
I'm just
enough.
like, delete it. I don't even want to
Yeah.
wake
I
up to
know,
this in the
I
morning.
know.
No,
I got a
because
tweet.
it's
I got
like, because then it's like screenshotted, then it's like, it's just people being mean and annoying. And there were guys that were like, this guy, like Canadian, there's some Canadian, like an actual person that works in the media posted it and said, this guy hosts the mismatch. I am unsubscribing and I encourage all of you to unsubscribe. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, what?
And here's the thing that this
I
person
think-
does not realize. Do you know what is actually crazy?
You doing that.
Jumping on social media to try to take a stand against a basketball podcast.
Dude.
And encouraging people to unsubscribe. That's
Unsubscribe.
crazy.
Weird.
You're the crazy person.
Weird, man.
But, hey,
We're
because
just sitting at home with our families laughing.
Because I was mad.
No, for real.
Hey, I was mad about losing, so I was like, "Welcome to being the 51st
Yeah.
day." Oh, we lost. Okay, you're now. You're
Hey, bro,
right.
look,
Here's
y'all-
a sour grapes
I
tweet.
had 70 of those types of tweets.
They're
like,
funny.
Just popping
they're
into my
amazing.
head, and I'm
Huh?
like,
I get the racist ones. Those be making me laugh my ass off.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, I know. I already know I got one coming today because I tweeted about Jeff Hardy being Black America's favorite wrestler. What about why you gotta be Black? I know it's coming.
like
but
funny
it's-
stuff's just
people-
funny.
People get mad.
Funny
Yeah.
stuff's just funny. And I had like a bunch of those.
It's so humorless, bro.
But like you can't tweet something as it pertains to United States, Canada, any of the jokes that if you were doing the SNL monologue, you would do those jokes.
Dude, I
you can't do them on
literally-
Twitter without people getting mad.
I literally saw last night Charles Barkley reference it. He was like, "You know why Canada won? They were scared about being that 51st state.
Right.
That's real pressure. You know, whatever."
And
It's
he
like,
ain't on Twitter either,
Right.
So he ain't got to worry about the crazies.
But then
he might
everybody
actually
just
punch him in the
chuckles
face,
and
too.
laughs. And
That's,
it's like,
that's what you
come on,
should do.
'cause it's
Chuckle
in
and
the
laugh.
news.
And then there's somebody else who's like, but this is a real serious issue. And I'm like, I got it. There's tons of serious issues. Can we just like laugh during a hockey game?
Like, you won.
Can we just laugh
Be
during?
happy.
Can we just laugh during a
By
hockey
the way,
game?
that game was awesome.
The best.
It was awesome. So good. And look, it's tough because Perico, who's the Blues' best defenseman, and Jordan Bennington, I mean, I have a massive Jordan Bennington. You got me. Jordan
Yeah,
Bennington's
yeah.
in the middle of the poster
Yeah.
when the Blues won the Stanley Cup. One of my favorite sports moments was them winning the Stanley Cup. And that guy stood on his head throughout that entire run. It was unbelievable. So I have a keen awareness of Jordan Bennington, but my God, he won them that game
it was
last
wild.
night. I mean, USA had so many scoring chances, and this dude was out of control great. So great. He had to have loved that because the
What was
Blues are
happening?
like under 500.
And he's super old. How old is that
No,
dude?
no, he was super young.
He was
Oh,
really
he was
young.
young.
Yeah,
He won the
when
Stanley
they
Cup.
won the
Okay,
Stanley
okay,
Cup.
bet.
He's probably young 30s, I'd imagine.
Okay.
He was like in his 20s when they won the Stanley Cup. He was young.
He's 31.
Yeah, 31. He is awesome.
Yeah, he was killing.
My
last night.
God.
I don't know what was happening, bro, but that was a.
But
he
dude,
was-
that was so
he
much
doing
fun to
a-
watch. If you told me that was on again tonight, I'd be watching it.
Yeah, like I don't know that I'll watch another hockey game this year until the playoffs.
You're right.
But I had fun last night.
Yep.
You know, we sat there, like as a family, we sat there and watched hockey.
I was
Yep.
locked in.
And
I was locked in.
Everybody was.
I was locked in.
It was like a cultural thing. Everybody, it felt like that's what everybody was doing.
because like you don't have to understand exactly what's happening to understand that this is something that matters deeply to these people.
And then they really framed it. I mean, they're showing like the friggin' Kurt Russell.
They
Herb
should have done it
Brooks
twice.
miracle.
They did it twice.
So
They did it
funny. I
pregame.
was like, miracle.
I was like fine pregame, but when they brought it back right before the overtime, I was like, all right, that's too much. Like because we were all locked in, so we saw it
I know.
pregame. We'd already
Right.
seen it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bad producer decision.
Yeah.
They should not have brought that back.
Is it worse than Kevin Hart giving the TNT guys fishing poles?
Yeah, that was
when
weird.
my 15-year-old son and his buddy are watching it with me, and they're like, "What is going on?"
No.
And I was like, "I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's
no
going
one,
on."
No one knew. My boy, I think PK Subban had a good argument. You see that?
Yes.
Whole thing, his little monologue about it.
Yeah,
He's like, why do
he-
they care so much?
Oh, he's getting famous off just trashing the NBA.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey.
Well, I thought this is
by the wrong crowd.
TNT's gonna hire him tomorrow. He'll be
This is
perfect
something-
on Inside the NBA.
This is something really smart that he said, though, and he was talking about how the sport culturally is given to trying. Like, that there's not a way to not try
Right.
in high. Like, guys go through the motions all the time in basketball. You can't go through the motion. Like, you'll get hurt. You go through the motions
If I-
in hockey. You can't just, if everybody else is playing, you can't just screw around.
If I were
right?
Adam Silver now, I would replicate that formula just so I could prove a point. Not because I think it would fix it, but just I would say, okay, we're going to do United States, Canada, France, and you can pick the other country. And we'll select our all-stars and call them all-stars, but we're going to create 4 teams from 4 countries, and we're going to do exactly what hockey just did. And when you guys don't play, I got no more excuses for you. Because then PK Subban's going to be on TV talking about, so what, all they did was create this country thing for hockey, and the hockey players play.
Here's the problem, though. They don't run shit. That player empowerment stuff is, it's not the cat. Cat is not out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag, and he's 5 miles down the road. That's done.
No, but I would prove the point.
But what
I would
happens?
put them on the stage too and let them embarrass themselves. I'm going to put you on a
Bro,
stage.
you just tried with LeBron, and he just literally made a mockery of the whole weekend. Like, he just didn't care. What are you going to do? And the problem is, David Stern, he probably suspend him. I'm not kidding.
Right.
Like, he doesn't care. Like, you're getting called that. Like, he didn't care. This,
crazy person.
Adam Silver is, I mean, they're calling him, I think Simmons has been calling him the enabler. Like, truly, they don't respect it. They don't care.
It's a real problem that has now been magnified
Yes.
because of this hockey thing. Of
course.
There was already a narrative that the NBA players don't care
Yep.
about the regular season, about the All-Star game, about nothing. And then you have these hockey players who like literally punching each other in the face over this.
Yep.
And now
The
it's
juxtaposition is
it's bad. Really bad.
Yeah,
Really
and
bad.
it also happened at the same time where we all have our attention directed to something new because football's over.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's right. This was a horrible week for the NBA.
It was.
Horrible.
Especially with Wemby going out.
I know, right?
Because, I mean, this is the time where everybody was going to get to see him, too. Like, these last 30 games, it was like, all right, he's going to be on TV a bunch. And everybody's locked into the NBA for the last 30 games in a way they're not throughout the rest of the
It's
year.
like that with college
right?
basketball too. Like,
Yeah,
I've watched more college basketball games than the
So
last week.
speaking of, what do I need to pay attention to this weekend? Is there anything big
There's
this
a big one
weekend?
tonight. I told you when they moved SmackDown off of Fox
Yeah.
to USA
Oh,
Network,
yeah, they're
they
gonna be doing
replaced
a
it with
game.
Big Ten games.
Yeah.
So tonight's Michigan State.
Oh.
The winner will be alone atop the Big Ten standings.
So this guy from
Dusty May.
FAU's done good.
It's great.
He's done good.
And now it's interesting because he's an Indiana grad, and the Indiana job's open.
Dude, did you see
snap.
No, speaking of, did you see the Pitino thing?
Told that clip that's floating around.
Rick Pitino, I don't know if it was this morning or whether it was like in the last 24 hours. Rick Pitino, what podcast was he on recently? He was on, he's sitting down, it might have been Barstool. He's sitting down and he was like, I'm going to tell you something about Indiana and that job. I could not believe, you want to talk about not giving a crap?
Yeah, he's there.
This is what he said. He goes, it's the easiest decision I would ever have to make. And he goes, the guy that they should go hire who would win and have them in the top 5 to 7 every single year is Chris Beard.
Yeah.
He said they should go hire Chris Beard from Ole Miss. He goes, in my time off, he asked me to come speak to his team. And he goes, and I went and spoke to his team. And he goes, and I watched their practices. And he goes, and the coach, you can always tell from a guy's practicing, he goes, that guy is a superstar. And he would kill it at Indiana. I would make one call if I was Indiana. It would be, I'm like, bro, another coach is saying that.
Well,
this is crazy.
You know what? He's right.
But that is a great, when would you ever hear somebody vouching for another guy to get the Indiana job? I was like, what in the world?
Rick's been good about that. Like he told Kentucky, go hire Mark Pope.
Yeah.
He's been really good about pumping.
Being the elder statesman and just whoever he believes in.
And
But
he is where he is. Pitino.
And he's where he's secure in himself.
Yeah.
It's much easier to say things like that when you're secure.
I'd
And
be pissed as hell if I was Ole Miss.
well,
Like, hold on.
like I've known Chris for a little while.
Yeah.
I did a big story on Jamin Brakefield at Ole Miss. So I spent a lot of time in Oxford this season, and Chris, he's excellent.
Yeah.
If not for the thing at Texas, and that's a thing.
He is a one crazy ass shot away from being a national champion.
Do you realize?
At Texas Tech, he would have won the title if Virginia didn't hit that
Shout
crazy
out
ass
Jared
shot.
Shout
And
out
here's the
Jared
thing.
Culver.
Here's the thing people don't remember. The year before that, so he took Texas Tech to the national championship game and nearly won the whole thing.
Yes.
The year before that, he was in the Elite Eight. Go look this up. You know who eliminated him? The national champs, Villanova. He was in a game with them with like 4 minutes to go.
Right.
It's
just odd to me for Rick Pitino to say Indiana should hire
You
this
got
guy.
a Kim Pop subscription. Go
Yep.
to the 1 year Chris Beard was at Little Rock.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they're like 200s, 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 60s, 200s, 200s. It's amazing. He was coach at Little Rock, did things that had never been done there before and will probably never be done there again.
Yep.
He set the record for Sun Belt wins. Think of all the coaches of all the years that have been coaches of the Sun Belt. He coached for 1 year, set the record. Goes to Texas Tech, takes them to their first Elite Eight, takes them to their first Final Four, takes them to their first title game. He was going to do all that same stuff at Texas. What happened, happened. Ole Miss
He's
takes
also
it.
like a Bobby Knight type character, too. Like that kind of aggressive.
He is
like-
aggressive, but I can't sit here and say he's not aggressive when the
Right.
police report says what it says. I don't. But, like, he's an excellent basketball coach. Let's just leave it there. And if you are comfortable with the other stuff, because you're going to have to explain it.
Yeah.
But it does make it easier to explain once Ole Miss has already done it. Ole Miss has already said, we'll take him. So it's easier to be the second school to do it.
Right.
If you're comfortable with it, that's who I would hire.
And
It
too.
doesn't
they're
surprise you that
winning
Rick
at Ole
Pitino
Miss.
would go on a podcast to,
No,
to-
because
to
I
say
know
who Indiana should
I will tell
hire.
you this. There was a time where I could talk to people in the Grizzlies front office or people in any front office, and I'd be like, hey, you've been bouncing around, during preseason? Who you seen? What practice you been to? And you would talk to coaches all the time, or NBA people. Who's running a good practice? Who are you interested in? You remember this. The Grizzlies at one point were interested in Tony Bennett.
Yep.
And you would talk to NBA people, and they'd be like, he would have to change his style, obviously, but that guy knows basketball, can run a practice and really teach and drill and all that stuff. Jay Wright, you would hear it about a lot. Chris Beard. NBA people love Chris Beard. It wouldn't surprise me if he's an NBA coach someday. They love him.
You know what? One guy oddly that I remember this about that you say there was like one of those like coaching clinic things that guys always go to, and Tayshaun Prince, who's in the Grizzlies front office. I don't think he'd mind me telling this. This is years ago, but he said he went to one of those coaching clinics. He's like, who's like a defensive genius? He's like, I could not believe when he was up on that board, and like everybody was sitting there watching him, like paying as close attention, taking notes as ever. He said that Kermit guy that was
Kermit Davis.
Yeah, he's like, this guy is like a savant. like clinician type of guy that he's like, I watched other coaches sit there and be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like he's teaching other coaches how to coach basketball. Whatever happened to him?
I think he's retired now.
Oh, he is? He did
I got
good.
flu-like symptoms. I could barely talk
He
sometimes.
did it good at Middle Tennessee, and then
He was great at Middle Tennessee, and then he was great.
Okay, at Ole
he
Miss.
like won SEC Coach of the Year, I think, in year 1 or 2, very early.
Yep.
And then it's just hard.
Just couldn't get players.
It's just hard. Yeah. It's hard.
He retired?
I think he's done. But the at Ole Miss they actually have big NIL, and so
Yeah.
you know.
You're gonna die. You're
He said
about to
feel
die.
like Sims.
Yeah, you're about to like.
I just
Okay.
screwed over a
I
little bit. He said,
He can't breathe.
You can't breathe.
Don't die.
No, I'm not gonna die.
Don't, please.
But I do get to a point like that,
Whoa.
like that, where
I
I
can,
just
like,
I
hear
don't
it.
have any wind in me anymore. I've had the flu-like symptoms for 2 weeks.
Oh god.
Turns out I think you're supposed to sleep more than I sleep.
Yeah, you should sleep.
Yeah, you
one
should, like,
one
yeah.
question: you were allowed to change your mind, but right now, Auburn, Duke win the title or the field?
I would still take the field.
You take the field.
Radio-ass
Okay.
But those are two of the best teams. And Auburn, man, I mean, they're playing in the toughest league ever.
Okay.
And running through it.
All right, then here's a better question. All right, so we're gonna draft, right? And Roser, like we're just going in a circle. So you get up with the third pick. Roser takes Auburn. Devin takes Duke. Then who do you take?
Houston.
Kelvin Sampson always.
He's got to get one at some point,
I hope he
right?
does. Yeah.
Doing it.
Yes.
He got any scores this time? Because he always.
The team is
You can't
devoid of
score on
stars.
them.
You can't score on them.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the other night, they beat Arizona State, and Bobby Hurley after the game was like, when you're playing against them, it's like they have 6 people on the court. That's what it feels like. They have 6 guys guarding your team. They don't. It's 5, but it feels like 6. They're just different.
love it.
He's different. He's 7 straight years. He's going to have the best team in his conference.
Hey guys, can you bring like a damn oxygen mask or something? Or we're taking a
we
break.
gotta
I really just need a
I
call.
can't
No.
breathe. Whoa!
Now I'm good. I just had to get that
about to
out.
die.
I just had to get that out. Now I'm good.
I've known him for
I
25
just had
years.
to
This
get that-
guy's for real. He's about to pass out.
Just start coughing, bro.
He ain't got no air in his brain, bro.
It's tough out here.
All right.
Damn.
It's tough. I feel good now, though. I feel good.
We'll be back into this Chris Vernon show.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
This team is doing everything that Taylor Jenkins and his coaching staff envisioned it could do.
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
At the National Civil Rights Museum, history moves us forward. The question remains, how does history move you?
Norris one-handed on the feed.
If you go to a hustle game, you're going to see a very fast-paced game. A lot of action, both offensively, defensively.
Nice rejection right there.
In a great environment at the Landers Center. You could bring family there, kids are running around.
Down the lane and one for Zion Poland.
And then you're going to see a lot of talented basketball players competing at a high level.
They say main event Jey Uso was going to open the show. So they said they're starting to hear rumbles around the plaza level of Jey Uso. They're getting the crowd together to build up the main event Jey Uso entrance. Hey, 15,000 people together yeeting in unison, 5-star. They are yeeting together.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
It's your turn to drive into luxury at Southland Casino Hotel. Join us on Saturdays to win your share of up to $1 million in free play and prizes. And don't miss the chance to take home luxury itself during the grand finale drawings. Drive off in a 2025 Land Rover on February 1st or a 2025 Range Rover on March 1st. 2 vehicles, 2 finales, 1 million ways to enjoy luxury only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Anticipate each challenge. Make a quick response. Capitalize on every opportunity. And win. Greatness won't wait. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Can't wait. It's time to get it popping. It's going to be crazy. The fans are going to be loud. We need just energy.
Behind the back to Jared for the flush.
We're going to need, the form rocking. We're going to need, everybody in Memphis to be out there to come to support.
When the fans are good, we're good. Simple as that.
A Bane 3. Yes, sir. Desmond Bane with ice water in his veins.
We'll ride the energy together.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Outside with the G's and the homies. OG fresh out ducking the police. White t-shirt, locs on, riding dirt. Trick, don't talk to me when I'm counting up money. Yeah, west side, east side, it's active. I just stepped in the party, what's cracking? I just seen the enemies, but they laugh. Yeah, we really with the business. They don't want no action.
Chris Vernon Show. We were talking about that college basketball stuff with Gary and Rick Pitino saying that Indiana should go hire Chris Beard from Ole Miss. I'm sure Ole Miss fans can't be too thrilled. Thanks a lot, Rick. Memphis this weekend has got a game against Florida Atlantic on Sunday. They're playing Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic's actually of the AAC teams, they might be the one with the best KenPom ranking. I think they are, actually. They're 107, which is still crap.
No, I think...
Yeah,
no,
107. Who else is...
North Texas is higher than
North
that.
Texas is 62.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Green.
I still don't even think of North Texas as a conference school. So, you're right. So, North Texas and I guess Florida Atlantic is second. But the first time Memphis played against Florida Atlantic, they absolutely bombed them.
Oh, yeah.
That was the T-shirt game.
Yeah, the T-shirt game. I told you. Super
They beat them by 28. One thing I did want to mention that I saw at the break that super disappointing, and this is off the topics that we've touched on so far, but that is the Tennessee-Nebraska game, which has been scheduled. They had a home-and-home football series, which is going to be scheduled for 2026 and 2027. Nebraska called it off. They opted out of the agreement, and Danny White, who's the AD at Tennessee, posted on X that Nebraska called off the series and added that Tennessee is very disappointed by the cancellation, especially so close to the initial game in 2026. The teams had been set to play 2026 at Nebraska and at Tennessee the following year. The AD at Nebraska said that they're having renovations at the team's stadium, and so they're going to have to lower seating capacity for the stadium while they're doing the renovations on the stadium. And so they want more home games. That they get to have 8 home games then in 2027 to try to make up for the potential revenue loss of having. Nobody cares about any about that. That is so. That stinks. We were getting, and the other thing is this, and this is one thing that I have not seen mentioned so far. Whatever your opinion is of, cosplay Mahomes, my guy Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, he got to change his haircut now.
But have you seen those ones where he looks like Jalen Hurts? He shaved his head.
He's got the low cut.
Yeah, he's got the low cut.
You got to get the low cut now.
Anyways, bro, if both those guys, fulfill destiny, you would have gotten Nico versus Raiola.
Yeah.
These are massive. When would you ever get that, right? These are two of the highest. Yeah. These are the two of the highest projected quarterbacks coming out of high school ever. They were five-star, sure things. And, they very well, there is a world where those guys are, battling with, Arch Mannings of the world for, highest draft picks, right? And you could have gotten them in their, juniors and senior years maybe? Playing each other?
That would have been lit.
Oh, my God. And it also gives us an amazing non-conference game. Instead, Nebraska is going to host Bowling Green in 2026.
Of course they are.
And Miami, Ohio in 2027. That's who they're replacing the Tennessee games with. Boo!
That's AKA, we don't want that smoke. We don't want the smoke games.
They're saying that they want these extra home games and the revenue. That is terrible.
They're ducking smoke.
Dude, that's terrible.
They're running, bro. That's
They're
easy.
we got to play the Big Ten schedule anyway. It's going to be hard enough to manage through the Big Ten schedule. Why are we playing a non-conference game against Tennessee?
Yeah.
But, I love that they scheduled that in the first place. That is a awesome home and home. That's a great one. The other thing is, it's not even like a Atlanta game or a New Orleans game or a, neutral in Dallas game.
No, it's a home and home.
A real home and home between two awesome schools.
Tennessee plays
that have great fan bases, but they have both been massive disappointments since the 1990s. They're both trying to return to glory. Yeah. But those are great historical programs.
But your boy Nebraska running from the smoke, boy.
Man.
Hey, man, it's all right.
Tennessee plays Syracuse in Atlanta next year to open the season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Syracuse?
Yep, in Atlanta.
Ew.
Alabama and Florida State open the season next year in Tallahassee.
Who?
Alabama, Florida State.
Oh, God. How's Norvell going to get out of that?
I don't think he is.
Huh?
I don't think he is.
He's got to.
And LSU,
I'm going to call him
Clemson.
this afternoon and be like, bro, don't do that. Actually, you know what? Alabama, who knows?
Those are cool ones. LSU plays at Clemson,
they'll
too.
be trying to run Kalen DeBoer out at week 1. One of those guys, they're going to be on his ass. Either Mike Norvell or Kalen DeBoer. They're both not in the best shape to be able to lose a game.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm serious. This is August 30th. August 30th, we have Alabama at Florida State, LSU at Clemson, Tennessee, Syracuse, at the Horseshoe, Texas, Ohio State. Yeah. That's all to open the college football year next year.
Really?
Texas, Ohio State from the Horseshoe. Clemson, LSU is at Clemson, and Alabama, Florida State is at Florida State.
So it's actually commonplace that these started to get scheduled. One of them.
Yeah.
Right? A good home and home against another big conference school.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame, though.
Because
that's a shame. I would have loved to see Tennessee, Nebraska. It's a great game.
And Arch is going to be the quarterback in that Texas Ohio State game. So
hell yeah.
Did they ever say what's going on with Ewers?
I think he declared for the draft.
He did?
I think he can still go back to school.
But he did declare for the draft?
Yeah, I'm pretty
He
sure.
had to. Yeah, he had to. There was like a cutoff date where you have to declare.
Because you remember
But then you can still go.
Because I remember, people were talking about whether he was going to like transfer somewhere or go somewhere, right?
He declared on January 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, January 15th declared for the draft.
So if he doesn't go, he'll go play for Belichick at
In
North Carolina or something.
He'll go somewhere, yeah.
Right?
Get paid real quick. Hopefully get paid more than Carson Beck, bumped to.
There were like Notre Dame rumors.
Dude, when they said Carson Beck's Lamborghini got stolen, I was like, what? Can you imagine?
Yeah, man.
Well, college kid
We've
with a
come a
Lambo.
long way.
I know, right?
We have come a long way.
It was the Dodge Chargers at first.
Huh?
It was the Dodge Chargers in the
I mean, do you remember? Like, you may be too young. I mean, the world went nuts when Terrell Pryor had a luxury vehicle.
Yeah.
Yep.
They went crazy over that. Like, dude, how did he get that car? Like, what do you mean, how did he get that car? Remember Maurice Claret as well?
Yeah.
Right? People went crazy over them getting free tattoos.
Man, don't let him see the.
A Lamborghini? What is the cheapest Lamborghini? Like $250,000? What does a Lamborghini cost now?
Let me see.
You're never going to believe this, but I've never priced them.
How much is a Lambo?
Yeah. How much is a Lamborghini?
The Lamborghini S starts at $241,000.
That's the cheapest.
The hybrid starts at $262,000. The Performante starts at $273,000. Oh, the 2025 Lamborghini Urus SE starts at $200,000.
So at the very least, you got a $200,000 car.
Yeah.
That's a. I mean, maybe like leases it or rents it or something.
You're
Right?
going
I
tax.
just
You're
want
going tax.
Surely he didn't buy a Lamborghini, right?
I just want one for the suicide doors, you know? That's like a dope feeling to have. Like suicide doors, you can lift them joints up and slide in.
You know the weird thing? I'm not saying that no one ever had one, but in all the years the Grizzlies have been here, I used to come in through like the, where the players park. I've never seen one.
A Lambo?
I've never seen one. It has not been, and you would figure in an NBA, like that would be your chance, right? There was a lot of, back in the day, the big thing was the Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Yeah.
That's
big
the
body
ones.
joints.
There were like 3 or 4 of those. Zebo had one. Tony had a Rolls-Royce for a minute.
Chandler Parsons had one.
Parsons had a matte black one.
Yeah,
that
he
was
did. Parsons was cool.
unbelievable.
Parsons,
Yeah.
Parsons was awesome.
And you know who else had amazing cars? Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Amazing cars. Yeah, but I never saw like that kind of a sports car. I never saw like a Lamborghini. Not that I can remember.
Trying to think if any of our young guys got any Lambos, like any crazy cars. Like Ja got his Rolls Royce. He got a couple of them. He ain't got a Lambo. Like I don't think any of our guys got Lambos.
Well, Dev, I remember.
Jaron ain't got nothing crazy.
Well, Dev, I remember when we drafted him. Jaron didn't even have a driver's license when we drafted him.
Yeah, my guy's going through a couple cars because he can't really drive. he hit a curb one time, broke an axle on a jump one time. That's tough.
I've never seen
Yuki used to ride a bike to games. Not Yuki, Yuta, my bad.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
If you say
Stop,
Yuki had
bro,
training
stop,
wheels,
bro.
Was it a tricycle?
He said he had training wheels. He said he had training wheels on. Why you say Yuki had training wheels, bro?
Bro, that's crazy.
Did he play last night?
Oh, don't.
Rosa told me he got cooked.
Oh my gosh, don't.
Rosa told me Adrian Bronner. Oh my God, I'm getting cooked.
Man, you want the numbers?
You
go ahead.
Do you want the numbers, Yuki, at home?
Are you reading off a damn spiral notebook?
That's where I keep my stuff. That's where I keep my stuff.
What is this dude? You ain't got a box score?
I got a box score.
Sure, your freehand ass up.
I got a box score.
Fly freehand.
He write him just down like his 1983.
What did the Ukester do?
He was 1 for 11.
Damn, Uke!
6 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals in 33 minutes. Yuki in 4 home games in the regular season. is shooting 17.6% from the field and 11% from three.
What?
Yeah, that's in the home game so far.
Come on, Uke.
That's Torde Yuki, man.
Yeah,
We call him Torde Yuki now.
You remember that? You remember that little dude that
Sold
played
out
at Kansas
dates,
State?
17% from the field.
11 from three. Do you remember that little dude?
11.
He's much better on the road.
It's not even a real.
He shoots 35%. He shoots 36 from the field, 36 from three overall.
Huh.
Which
So
still is not good either.
Oh, but he's Roadman Yuki. Road Warrior.
Road
Warrior Yuki.
But at home,
what about, did Cam Spencer play?
Cam Spencer did play.
How did he
last
play?
night.
He did not have 51.
Come on, Spiral Notebook.
Cam
Let's go.
Spencer, 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 5 assists. Had a couple of nice cuts.
Oh, that's
but-
good. A couple nice
cuts.
cuts.
Yeah, he made a couple nice cuts.
your
Coming off the
corporate
screen, came off the screen, and then a
game
tight little cut. A tight little cut for a layup.
A cut, bro. I know
He
they
had
tell.
a
I know
nice
they telling
cut.
you to say that, Roser. It's okay, bro. You
No,
ain't
they
gonna-
did. They did.
You
They
ain't gonna
did.
bring in no damn cuts.
Some nice cuts to the bag.
Do you remember that dude Devin remembered it. You remember that little dude? Remember when Kansas State made a tournament run a couple years ago? They had that little dude, Marquise Noel,
Yep.
like 5'7".
Yeah.
Bro, he cooked Yuki last. My God.
He is a dog.
Dude, he is.
He is a dog.
Yeah. He had 21 points and 14 assists.
I loved him in
That
college.
wasn't our problem,
He
though.
was cold.
P.S. A big shout out. I saw today. This was cool. Speaking of, you jogged my memory because of Kansas State. Shout out to Naquan Tomlin.
Yeah.
Made a
10-day with the
debut.
Cavs.
And of course, then you got to relive that whole story, which obviously he was only here for a very short amount of time playing for Memphis. But nevertheless, it was always a crazy story every time we would play, and they would tell this story about how the guy never played in high school.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and so then last night, they're like, this guy just played in an NBA game who never played high school basketball. It is the craziest thing.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
To find a guy that never played in high school and then went to JUCO and then went to Kansas State and then went to Memphis and now got a 10-day.
Yeah,
That's good.
got a
That's big
10-day.
time,
Evidently,
man.
he was awesome in the G League, huh?
Yeah.
He was killing it there.
Played for the
Naquan
for the
Tomlin.
Charge.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
For
the
him, man.
Cleveland
With our
Charge.
boy,
Imani?
nah, what's his name?
Is Imani killing it?
I don't know if Imani
What's
is.
his
We haven't
name?
played. We don't play them.
Jacob Gilliard.
What
Who
about
is
him?
Gilliard
He plays for the
with
Charge
now?
too.
Oh, he does?
Oh, he's back with them.
They play with the Charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. See, I'm here.
Oh, is that right?
Call me Mr. G League.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I forgot you brought the Tiger thing. You know what?
Jay Gilly.
You know what?
We
CBR?
need a Gilliard Luke Yuki showdown.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Battle of the ankle biters.
We had one last night with
like
Yuki
watching
and
two-
Marquise Noel. They're both
watching-
tiny.
Yeah.
Noel's
dudes.
little. Noel's he's like 5'7" also.
All right.
He was cooking, eh?
Yeah.
Cooking, but
By
he
the way-
wasn't the problem, dude. They had Deshaun Nix, who played for the
Wait,
Ignite.
did he have rotation minutes with the Rockets?
And then they had their big man who had been with the Rockets. We were told Knicks just came off a 10-day with the Kings. We were told I was told he was not going to be there. And then their big man Unfali Dante, who they list at 6'11", 230. Dude, he's like 6'11", 270. This dude is huge.
Dang.
They said he was not with the team, and then we get to the arena and they tell us they're both here and they're both playing. And we're like,
wow.
Yeah, they combined for like 55 points. They were like combined 22 or 26 from the field.
Rio Grande Valley's always awesome, aren't they?
Yeah,
like every
they
year
are.
they're good.
Yeah,
right.
they are.
pretty
When
good.
they have their guys, they're awesome.
Dang, that's a big dude.
Dude, yeah, they list him at 230. That dude is. I looked at Dustin Starr for the game. I said, dude, that guy is not
Good
230.
Yeah, a tight end for the
Bro,
Cowboys.
they are all dunks.
What's this guy's name?
Infali Dante.
Look at you, Roser, pronunciation god.
Dude, he was 14 to 15. Dude, they're all dunks.
Damn, like Bill Walton against Memphis.
He dunked. There's like, like inside the backboard, how there's like a styrofoam piece or something inside the backboard.
Yeah.
Dude, he dunked it so hard it came detached and started falling. Dude, every one of his dunks,
What's his story?
the goals start shaking. He played at Oregon, and he's on a two-way with the Rockets.
Oregon?
Played at Oregon. He's on a two-way with the Rockets, yeah.
Was he awesome at Oregon?
I don't know if he was awesome at Oregon.
He looks like a mammoth.
He was a he was a
tight end, bro. For
He was a
real.
5-star recruit. He was first team All Pac-12.
Oh, he was?
First team All Pac-12, yeah. All defensive team, yeah.
He played
Pac-12.
football. Oh, you said defensive team. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he averaged 17 and 9 at Oregon.
17 and 9.
And dude, he's just dunks.
I'm fine with that.
He just catches the ball.
Can he run?
Can he catch?
He's not that fast.
He can't run.
Laterally move. He's not. When the game got moving a couple of times,
Could he beat Zach Edey in a foot race?
I don't think so.
Can he outcatch Trey Jemison?
Well, no. That's the thing.
Machine one-on-one.
He caught the ball down low. This is the thing. Dude, Armando Bacot, we had Bacot in here, right? Like, Bacot's big.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy is noted. I mean, it is obvious how much bigger he is than Armando Bacot. Yes.
By the way, you mentioned the Tigers game, bro. You know it's CDR weekend.
It is CDR weekend.
It is?
Yeah. And, I have not kept up with this. Did they amend it to where? Because wasn't the thing always you had to get your degree? They weren't gonna. Because it's taken a long time, bro.
Yeah.
Because everybody this is obviously taking a long time. It's 2025. That run was in 2008. I mean, it's 17 years ago now.
The thing is, they're not even retiring his jersey. It's just like
they're not.
It's like a Hall of Fame weekend induction.
Oh,
yeah. So
they're not putting his jersey in the rafters.
No, it just says for Hall of Fame weekend and CDR's induction.
Is he still Supreme Bay?
He's still Supreme Bay.
So that was the thing, though. The thing was like if you didn't graduate, like all the guys have their degree from the University of Memphis. That was like a thing. I remember that being a thing, like, whenever it first came up, like 10 years ago. Because he's first team All-American.
Yeah, he was one
and
of the
he
ones.
was one of the best players on a team that went to the national championship game. Yeah, CDR is one of the greatest players in Memphis basketball history. So it is odd that his jersey's not in the rafters.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially as a first team All-American.
But I guess he didn't. You know what I mean? I guess he didn't finish his degree.
Yeah, they said. So I'm scrolling down the comments. It's a criminal that his jersey isn't in the Raptors because he didn't graduate was the excuse.
That's it.
Penny didn't graduate.
I remember that being a thing when because obviously years ago. I mean, you're talking about when it was around the 10-year anniversary. So that's 5 years ago, or like more than that now. And I remember it being a thing. Like, why is Chris Douglas Roberts' number not?
But they said Penny didn't graduate.
He finished.
Okay.
I think he had to in order to get the coaching job too.
Oh, okay. Bet. Okay.
I don't think you can be a Division I head coach at Memphis without having your degree. Penny went back and finished his degree.
Yeah. Okay.
But I guess Supreme Bay. Do we know anything about where is he living now or what he's doing?
So there's a story on him.
Yeah, right. Who wrote? Surely somebody wrote a story.
This is from
probably a big one come out on Sunday.
Well, this was from 2017,
Sunday
and at this point he was living in Arizona.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he's vegan, lives in Arizona,
smokes a lot of weed,
eats a lot of fruit.
Huh.
That's what it says. Yeah.
I mean,
he said he got tired of basketball. He said he got tired of the everyday life of basketball. He wanted more out of it.
But his name is Supreme Bay.
Yeah, Supreme Bay.
Why do you keep saying
But that
like
is a weird thing it is a weird thing that what if he requested that when his jersey got retired it said Bay instead of Douglas Roberts?
Bay 14. That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
You can't put the Bay 14 in the Raptors.
Right?
That is weird.
It has to be Douglas
It has to
Roberts.
be Douglas Roberts. You gotta have the hyphen and you gotta put a T-shirt under it too.
CDR.
Yeah, you gotta put that was, man.
He's one of the greatest players to ever wear a Memphis uniform. He was amazing. He's amazing.
The XXX T-shirt under the jersey.
He was an amazing college basketball player.
Yeah.
Like, truly great. And first team All-American. So you're one of the best 5 players in the country, and you helped lead a team to the national championship game.
Yeah.
CDR
is 1-1.
That's Sunday? Sunday they're going to be doing the big deal with him.
Yeah.
So is that going to conflict with the Grizzlies game? Because the Grizzlies play the Cleveland Cavaliers on Sunday.
Let me double check.
So what do we got on Memphis FAU? What time is that?
Memphis FAU is at
afternoon.
Look at the Grizzly game. Hold on. The Grizzly game is at
Grizz are at 6.
6, and the Tigers are at.
We got to be in the middle of the day, right?
Tigers are at 1, so we good. Back to backy, Watch the Tigers at 1 o'clock, and then watch the Grizzlies at 6 on national TV.
Yeah, that's good.
Because the Tigers are ESPN2 too.
Say what?
The Tigers are ESPN2.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. They've been playing a lot of ESPN games this year.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, I remember their AD was talking that up about how all their games are going to be on ESPN or whatever. Did you talk to anybody after we got off the air yesterday about the Morant thing? Because it ended up becoming a huge headline.
Oh, the robbery
everywhere.
thing?
Yeah.
No, I kind of like let that lie where it led.
Because it just said that he was professional athlete 6, and that during the pregame availability, like before the game, that I guess some reporters went in there to ask him about it, and they were waved off by the media relations.
I told him not.
They said he has no comment on this. He has no comment on this on this situation.
Right? Respectfully,
because somebody was for sure going to go ask him, like, "Hey, man,
I see you got robbed."
Yeah, right. But they were able to deflect that away without him being asked about it. But I mean, he was, as we mentioned yesterday on the show, the FBI complaint. It doesn't name the athletes, but everybody kind of has known who the athletes are. And it's a who's who. It's Mahomes, Kelsey, Burrow, Bobby Portis, and then there's some players from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It mentioned, it said that sometime after 4 p.m. on December 19th is when this happened. Mm-hmm. Do you know why that is significant? Bro, that's the night we beat the Warriors by 50. That's the night he got burglarized.
At the crib?
Yes.
So
it was a home game.
They must have hit him while the game was going on.
The Grizzlies won.
Yeah, they had
that night 144-93.
Yeah, they hit him while the game was going on. They
against the Warriors, and it says that they stole jewelry, watches, and luxury bags. That's what they got. And it says a spokesman for the Shelby County Sheriff's Office and deputies responded to a reported burglary December 20th at a home in an unincorporated part of the county. Deputies declined to release the name of the player or the address in the active investigation, blah, 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 blah. And then these guys evidently got arrested after a traffic stop in Ohio.
Yeah.
And then they found out that they were just gallivanting around the country. But how about that? It said that he was the night they got into his house was the night that we beat the Warriors by 50.
That's crazy.
That sucks. It's a home game?
Yeah, so you pull up to the crib and your shit just ran
and you've just won by 50 against the Warriors? What a feeling.
Yeah. Your crib
we were that's honestly probably the best we felt all season outside of the Boston game. I mean, that was amazing. Yeah. To beat that team by 50 and have Draymond quit?
He tapped out.
He did. Tapped out completely.
Yeah, I think that's part of the one. That's part of
Wouldn't you say that's the best?
The Rockets joint was pretty good because you
finally beat
Rockets. You're right.
That's probably the one I felt because that's the one they kept beating you. You were 0-3 against them.
Right.
You finally got them.
The road game at Minnesota was awesome. Ja hit the 2 shots at the end to win it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, those are 2.
There have been some.
There have been.
We had a couple moments. We've had some clunkers.
The Phoenix game on New Year's Eve was awesome.
Yeah, the emotional swings have been immense.
Yeah, they always are in an NBA season.
No, they are. And look, to wit, you came back from All-Star, and this is why I try not to get too down about it. If you're the Lakers, you get Luka, you feel amazing. You come out, first game, they just target Luka like crazy. He can't hit a shot, and you lose to friggin' Charlotte. Then LeBron, who for sure wanted to sit out last night against the Blazers, is like, man, we just got Luka. We can't lose again. So he plays it out, scores 40, and they beat Portland. But now you're going to get Luka back in the fold, and they're playing Denver Saturday night.
Yeah.
And Denver overtook the Grizzlies. Yeah, they're the hot 9.
9 in a row.
9.
Yeah, they've been hooping.
All of a sudden, if they truck the Lakers on Saturday night, how bad are the Lakers going to be feeling?
Yep.
That wouldn't be surprising if they did.
And the same way, if Memphis can go and win, like something's got to give tonight because this is a team that is all defense, slowest pace. Orlando, and the Grizzlies play the fastest pace. So something's got to give tonight.
So
Something else to make you feel good. The Grizzlies have not lost 3 games in a row this whole entire season.
Is that true?
Yeah, we are also
have not-
6-2 on the second night of back-to-backs. Also, one of those wins on the second night of a back-to-back came after a bad loss, a beat-down loss earlier in the season against the Houston Rockets on a Friday night, and then a home game on Saturday, our home opener
went crazy last night,
against
right?
the Magic.
Didn't Banchero go crazy? He had like 38 or something
I think he did.
against the Hawks.
Yeah.
Let me double check it.
Yeah, he was. God, and is that
30? They both had 36. Yeah. 36 and 10, 5 assists. Real Braun numbers.
We got our ass kicked by the Rockets and then followed it up and beat the Magic here. So we got our ass kicked by the Pacers last night, followed up, go beat them in Orlando.
You haven't lost 3 games in a row with the entire. That's as a Grizz fan. I know people have been like doom and gloom as hell.
Yep.
Weirdly, you have a whole season, NBA season. We're in February. You have not lost 3 games in a row the entire year. The entire season so far. You lost 2 in a row, but you have not gone 3 in a row. Tonight you win.
All right. Hopefully
Let's go.
they can get a win against Orlando tonight. And then they've got the game on Sunday against Cleveland.
Yep.
So you want to try to salvage this, not lose all 3 of these. Orlando's the one you got to get. Yeah, you got. Cleveland's going to be a bitch.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough one.
But
then you got like 1,000 home games.
I mean,
after
this
that.
one becomes a huge one because otherwise you're now in jeopardy of forget your 3 in a row. That would be 4 in a row.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Right? And especially you want to come out of the break feeling good about yourselves. And I honestly, after the first quarter last night, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And
Bane
then I
was
was like,
cooking. Bane was scoring. Ja was cooking. Jaren was scoring.
I mean, the thing that drove me crazy is the not playing hard. You can't play hard and give up 50. It's impossible to do it. That was just a stand around fest.
Yeah.
And
A stand around fest.
giving up over 4 points a minute is impossible.
It should be.
It's unheard of.
Rosie, you should go back and watch that second quarter.
It's unheard of.
I don't really know
It's
if I
kind of
want
like
to.
it's kind of impressive to give up 50 points in a quarter. It's almost
In a
impressive.
bad way.
In a bad way. It's like, yo, come on, bro.
No, you shouldn't have time.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have time to give up. But we got that this weekend. We got tonight. We got Orlando. We got Cleveland on Sunday. We got the CDR game and the Grizzlies playing FAU. And then we've got these hustle shirts.
We've got Grizz night Saturday night at the hustle game.
We're pulling up.
First 1,000 people.
Saturday night.
First 1,000 people get these shirts. They're
Oh,
going
and
to
you
be-
got the jerseys they're wearing.
They're going to be wearing Grizz.
By the way,
themed
these shirts are
jerseys.
good.
These are good quality.
These are good shirts.
Good quality shirts. Not on some like bootleg Hanes. This is good quality.
Here's
They're
your
good.
jersey.
That jersey's tough.
Ooh.
That jersey's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Show the shorts. The shorts are crazy too. Show all the shorts.
These are the shorts.
Who is that? Who's 25?
Mal Pereira. Come on, learn your hustle.
Okay, who wears number 11?
For who?
The hustle.
Nobody.
You don't know.
Nobody does.
You don't know if they do.
Nobody
or not.
wears 11.
You don't know.
Actually, wait.
Yeah, I don't think we have it.
Yeah, I don't have an 11. See, look at you.
Oh, you want me to?
You
You
gonna
want,
do
you, hey,
hustle quiz?
you want me to quiz
Come
you?
on, quiz me.
All right,
Let's
hold on.
go. Rosa, let's go. All right, show the shorts off again. My bad. My bad.
No. You guys shut your computer off.
Show the shorts off
Oh,
again.
yeah, we do have an 11. We just got him.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
He's
That
only
doesn't-
been here a couple games.
That doesn't
Yeah.
count. Look at those shorts,
We
though.
do.
You don't even know nothing about Chuck Matthews.
Yeah, Charles Matthews, yeah, he doesn't play. He's the guy who's the
Chuck
co-founder.
Matthews.
He's
Chuck
the guy
Matthews.
he's the co-founder of the Players Trunk.
Who the is Chuck Matthews?
Charles Matthews. He played at Kentucky
I
and
just called him
Michigan.
Chuck.
Oh, Chuck.
Here are the shorts. Yeah, and they're going to auction all these off.
Wait,
and
they are?
Yeah, afterwards, and they benefit the DeSoto County Dream Center, which helps youth in DeSoto County healthcare, food and clothing,
Look at you.
education.
I need me a pair
So
of
those are
shorts.
gonna
What
be.
up, Jenna? I did it.
Oh, so those are going to be on. How do we find the
link.
auction?
Come on, yeah, we need the link.
I don't
Rosa.
have the link.
Dude,
Give me the link.
I'm sure it'll be on Memphis Hustle's
Yeah.
all their what's it called, socials.
Yeah, I need that link
Yeah.
though. I need them shorts. I need
It'll
a pair
be
of
on
them
the
shorts.
socials.
But no, go ahead and quiz
I
me.
tried to buy the dog one year.
You did.
Yeah, and I got outbid by friggin' Hasseltine. Hasseltine's like, I'm sorry, man, my dog's on there.
He said it just like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
My dog's on there.
Sorry, man.
He's like, my dog's picture's actually on the jersey. I tried to get like the Dusty Hannah's dog one.
By the way,
He
that's
outbid
coming
you for it?
up March
This one I won.
9th.
Yeah, he beat. I was like, who the hell is outbidding me?
Is it Hasseltine?
It was Hasseltine. I bitched so much. I went downstairs and I'm like, there's no way this wasn't like a bot. Every time I bid, it kept bidding me. It kept bidding more.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, find out who got that. Is it a real human?
Yeah.
And they went and looked it up and said, search right here. It's Eric Hasseltine. I was like, that's son of a bitch. You gotta be kidding me.
Rosa, they said hold the short. They want to see it again. The chat wants to see it again.
Why do they want to see the shorts so much?
Because I told you them just hard, bro. Pause. They're just tough.
those are great.
Look at show the logo on the side.
Those are great.
Yeah, it's a good.
What does Zion Pullen wear, Devin?
I think he wears.
You don't know?
No.
It's the best player on the team.
5.
What does Armando Bacot wear?
He wore number 0 on. He don't wear 00, do we?
Yep.
00. Yeah.
What about Yuki Kawamura?
17.
Nope.
7.
Yep.
Let's go.
How about
Cam
Spencer?
2-4. Like Kobe.
What about David Johnson?
David Johnson wears 13.
Nate Hinton.
Nate Hinton wears 9.
He got kicked out last night. No,
he
he
9?
doesn't. No.
14.
He got kicked out last night.
He got kicked out?
For what?
Hit a guy in the balls.
We got ball hitters on the hustle?
I mean, I don't think he was trying to do it. I don't think he was.
Wait,
I think
what?
he was reaching around to hit the basketball, but the guy had already moved the basketball, and he got a clean shot at Curtis Samuel's nuts. Like, I mean,
We got nut hitters?
it's a clean shot.
Fist or palm?
Like
It was kind of like
he gripped it?
a little like, oh,
He
like
gripped
that.
his nuts?
I don't like doing
claw?
that.
He did it with the claw.
I just kinda,
did it with the claw?
Yeah, it's a little bit like, I don't like doing this on camera.
Why
but it's
not?
like,
Did the
You
twisting?
look
What
awkward. You
happened,
look
Roser?
awkward, bro.
Yeah, what happened, Roser?
Yeah.
It is all right.
He hit him in the balls?
I don't know. He hit him in the balls.
Did
yeah.
he accept his punishment or did he say,
So
I didn't
they've-
do this?
But this is something they've cracked down on.
Come
Like
on,
you hit-
Hinton.
if it's
Come
a-
on.
if
Come
it's a-
on, Hinton.
If there's a clean shot to the nards, it's a flagrant 2 ejection.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it should be the electric chair.
For ball hitting.
Yeah. Bro.
You can't be out here hitting people.
No,
with
you
nuts.
can't be hitting people. It's basketball, for
Yeah,
goodness sakes. You
yeah.
can't be hitting people in the nards.
That stinks. Nate's
that's
my
dirty
favorite
pool.
player on the team too. So I
He
didn't
is?
like that. Yeah, he's
Your favorite player is the guy that pushes people in the
well,
nuts.
he's never done
That's
that
crazy.
before. He's never done that before. It's not like him. It's not like
Why
Nate.
is he your favorite player?
What made him your
He's-
favorite player?
He's the MFer on the team. Like
Well,
he's
you don't
the,
say.
Yeah, he grabs nuts.
He's the dog. He's the dog on the team. Like he's
he might grab
he's
your
the tough
nuts.
one. He's the one when it's going bad. He's
What happened? What did he do?
clapping,
What did he
getting
do,
in
Rosie?
everybody's
No, it sounds like when things are going bad, he starts punching people in the dick.
just one time. He didn't mean it. I said he didn't mean to. He didn't mean to.
Okay, Roser. I'll be at the game Saturday. Who y'all play Saturday?
The same team.
Oh, I get to see.
You get to see the monster.
Yeah.
No, I want to see little buddy.
Marquise
Noel.
Noel.
Yeah. Deshaun
Versus
Nick.
Yuki. It's going to be like 2 Lego minifigures.
Deshaun Nix got the referees had to tell Deshaun Nix to quit talking to our bench last night. He kept
really?
calling them a bunch of BAs.
BANs or just BAs?
I think it's just BA.
Oh,
I think BANs.
But the referee had to stop and say, had to tell our bench stop talking to him and to tell Nix to stop talking to them too. So then every time he scored after that, which was a lot, he just would run by and look at him.
I love me a couple BAs.
All right, so that's Saturday. So we got the Grizzlies Orlando tonight. We got the Hustler playing at home on Saturday night in the special uniforms of Grizzlies night. They're giving away the T-shirts and everything. And then on Sunday, we got the Tigers with the CDR ceremony, and we got the Grizzlies versus Cleveland. We got a bunch going on.
Free Hooters, bro.
Penny Hardaway just had a crazy quote.
Oh no!
By the way, if we're 26-0, I feel like we'd still be a 6 seed.
Come on.
all right.
All right,
Penny.
okay.
Penny.
Come on.
No.
Respectfully, Penny. Even though that Missouri win is looking better and better as the day goes on.
It does. But if you were 26-0, you'd also have a win over Auburn, which you'd be a 1 seed.
You'd be the number 1 team in the nation.
Yeah, you'd be the number 1 team in the nation. You'd be a 1 seed.
Respectfully,
You'd be the
Pete.
number 1 overall seed in the tournament.
Honestly, the only thing that matters is being 6 or above.
Yeah.
6 or above is fine. You just don't want to be the 7-8.
Nah, that's when you get.
Because then
that-
you're drawing Auburn in the second freaking round.
Exactly.
Or Duke or whatever, right? You just got to be 6 or above. That's it.
Yeah.
Because then you're a 6-11 game, playing a 3 seed. Like, I honestly, you offered it to me right now, I would take a 6 seed.
Same.
I would.
With the minimum?
No, if you just said, hey, you can't go higher, you can't go lower,
6.
I'll give you 6.
Yeah, I like that too.
I would take that right now.
I'm with that too.
I would take that deal.
Yeah.
100%.
That's 7-10
But getting a
scary.
6-11 game, getting a 3 seed in the second round.
Uh-huh.
You look at the teams that are on that 3 line right now.
You can cook them.
Yeah, you could. I just think that you could have. There's a real possibility if you're on the 6 line. You got 2 because 5-12 is always dangerous.
Yeah.
A lot of 5s get clipped.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be the 6-11 game because I think those first 2 rounds, if you're playing an 11 seed and then you're playing a 3 seed, I think there's a real possibility Haggerty's the best player on the floor in your first 2 games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Even the third game, I feel like there's no really like.
It's a chance.
It's a chance. Like,
You'd have a chance
because I feel like the best player.
well, you would also be feeding into the 2 instead of the 1.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm with that.
I would take a 6. Right.
Yes, for sure.
Just keep winning, bro. Just don't lose no more games.
Yep.
Can't afford it.
All right. It's going to do it for today's show. Thank you to Gary Parrish. Thank you to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Rose across the glass. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. Until Monday, everybody have a wonderful and safe weekend. Until then, we gone.